Dear ladies and gentlemen, there comes a moment in life when you have to stop swerving and start steering. A moment when you stop glancing at the next lane, the next person, the next platform, and realize what's been given to you is more than enough. We live in a generation of comparison, scrolling, watching, observing what others are doing, how fast they're going, how many followers they have, how successful they appear. But what if I told you that every second you spend comparing is a second you've taken your eyes off your own road? You were not created to chase someone else's calling. You were created to run your race, your assignment, your divine lane. And in that lane you are powerful, unstoppable, and anointed. But step outside it, and you're trying to fight a battle you were never built for. God didn't make you a copy. He made you a calling. He didn't assign you someone else's route. He paved a lane with your name on it. The people you are called to impact, the gifts you were born to use, the places you are meant to show up, all of that is waiting on your obedience. And the moment you start drifting into comparison, you weaken your effectiveness. Your oil doesn't work in someone else's assignment. Your favor is attached to your faithfulness, not your fantasy of someone else's life. So I'm here to tell you, stay in your lane. That doesn't mean you stay stuck. It means you stay focused. You grow, you move, you evolve, but you do it with your eyes on your own road. Because the fastest way to delay your destiny is to detour into distraction. Let's stop measuring ourselves by how far others have gone and start celebrating how far we've come. Let's stop craving someone else's life and start cultivating our own. Let's stay in our lane with full speed, full faith, and full fire. 10 key points of the speech. Comparison is a distraction that steals your momentum. Your calling comes with a custom, designed lane. Looking left or right will slow you down spiritually. You can't walk in your anointing while chasing someone else's. Your lane may look narrow, but it's where your growth happens. The blessing is in the obedience, not in the envy. Faithfulness in your own lane produces fruit in due season. You don't need to compete when you're complete in your purpose. What God has for you is protected as long as you stay aligned. Staying in your lane keeps your spirit grounded and your focus strong. Comparison is a distraction that steals your momentum. It doesn't always scream loud, sometimes it whispers subtly. You see someone doing what you do, but bigger. You see someone saying what you say, but with more applause. You start asking dangerous questions like, asterisk, am I enough? Am I behind? Should I be doing what they're doing? Asterisk, that's how it begins, not with a crash, but with a glance. And the more you look over, the more you drift. Suddenly, your focus is fractured. Your vision gets blurry. You stop watering your garden because you're obsessed with someone else's harvest. You stop trusting your pace because theirs looks faster. You stop showing up with boldness because their platform looks bigger, but what you don't see is what it costs them, what they had to go through to get there, what part of themselves they lost chasing what looked shiny. Comparison is a slow leak. You don't notice it right away, but it drains your power. It eats away at your gratitude, your joy, your drive. It paralyzes you in performance instead of releasing you into purpose. And here's the truth. God never called you to compare. He called you to carry. He placed something asterisk in you asterisk that no one else has, and the moment you start measuring it by someone else's metrics, you strip it of its original power. Comparison is also deceptive. It shows you highlight reels and hides the heartbreak. It shows the applause but not the anxiety, the success not the sacrifice. And when you compare your behind the scenes to someone else's front stage, you'll always feel like you're losing a race that was never yours to run. You weren't built to run in someone else's lane. Your grace doesn't work in their shoes. And the energy you spend watching them is the energy you need to be investing in your own gift, your own vision, your own next step. That's how momentum is created, not by copying others, but by committing to what asterisk you asterisk carry. You want peace, you want purpose, get your eyes back on your lane, because every time you compare, you pause your growth. Every time you envy, you delay your breakthrough. But when you focus, when you say, God, I may not be where they are, but I'm exactly where you need me to be. That's when momentum builds. That's when favor flows. That's when the race becomes asterisk, yours asterisk again. Here is the asterisk asterisk expanded version of key point 2 asterisk asterisk from the speech asterisk. Stay in your lane asterisk. Delivered in the style you asked for with deep emotion and rich content. No subtitle or conclusion. Your calling comes with a custom designed lane. That means you weren't born to fit into someone else's blueprint. You were handcrafted, divinely formed for a purpose that's not borrowed, not cloned, not repeated. And when you truly realize that, you stop wasting energy trying to prove yourself in someone else's race. See, life isn't a freeway where everybody's supposed to drive the same car, at the same speed, in the same direction. It's more like a divine GPS. God gave each of us a destination, a timeline, a vehicle of gifts and talents. But here's the catch. Your route doesn't make sense to someone else because it wasn't programmed for them. It was programmed for asterisk you asterisk. Your lane is wired with assignments only your voice can fulfill. Your experience, your scars, your testimony, they're not accidents. They are the pavement under your feet. They are part of what equips you to walk the journey ahead of you with authenticity and power. You don't need someone else's story to be relevant. You need to own yours with courage. The problem is, we sometimes believe that if it doesn't look like theirs, it must be less than. If it doesn't sound like theirs, it must be wrong. If it doesn't move as fast as theirs, we must be failing. But that's the trap. The lie that causes you to abandon what's been uniquely crafted for you just to chase something that wasn't even meant to carry your name. Your calling isn't validated by how visible it is. Your lane isn't powerful because of who applauds it. It's powerful because asterisk God ordained it asterisk, and when he assigns a lane, he also equips the driver. So stop wondering why their lane looks smoother. It might be, but that doesn't mean it's safer. It doesn't mean it's richer, and it definitely doesn't mean it's asterisk yours asterisk. There's divine power in knowing you are not here to duplicate anyone. You were sent to fulfill something that only you can do the way asterisk you asterisk do it. That means your lane might come with more hills, more hidden curves, maybe even more traffic at times, but it will also come with specific grace, specific oil, specific doors. You can't expect the full anointing to flow if you're only partially committed to the lane you were assigned. Stop trying to merge into someone else's blessing. The road marked for them is not sustainable for you. But the one marked for asterisk you asterisk, it has everything you need to finish strong, to impact deeply, and to walk faithfully in your divine assignment. Here is the asterisk asterisk expanded version of key point 3 asterisk asterisk from the message asterisk. Stay in your lane asterisk in the same powerful, emotionally charged style without a subtitle or conclusion. Looking left or right will slow you down spiritually. It doesn't just distract your mind, it diverts your soul. You were never meant to run your race while constantly surveying someone else's position. You were never called to live a life of side glances. But we do it, don't we? We start off focused, passionate, purposeful until something shiny in the next lane catches our eye, until someone else's success makes us question our own. But the moment your head turns, your pace shifts. The minute your focus breaks, your confidence falters. That subtle glance becomes a full gaze. That moment of comparison becomes a mindset of competition. You start hesitating on your own path, doubting your next step, questioning your direction not because God didn't speak, but because you stopped listening and started looking. This is what happens when you forget that faith requires focus. And not just focus on a goal, but focus on asterisk your asterisk goal, on what God told asterisk you asterisk. You can't run with endurance when your eyes are fixed on someone else's finish line. You can't develop your gift when your gaze is constantly on their growth. You will lose your rhythm, your peace, and your clarity all because you traded focus for fascination. You can't be present in your lane and obsessed with another at the same time. It's like trying to drive forward while staring into someone else's rearview mirror. You'll crash every time, not because your path is flawed, but because your eyes aren't aligned with your purpose. Looking left and right also creates spiritual fatigue. You start striving for things that were never yours. You start praying for opportunities that don't match your anointing. You begin to mold your life around someone else's journey and forget how much power is already in your own. That's how people get burned out, not because they're working hard, but because they're working wrong. They're running lanes they were never assigned to, trying to succeed at something they were never graced to carry. You can't hear heaven clearly while obsessing over earth's applause. You can't move in alignment when your attention is fractured. Looking around is the quickest way to lose momentum, and spiritual momentum is sacred. It's built in stillness, protected by obedience, and fueled by vision, not distraction. So if your progress feels slow, maybe it's not about your pace, maybe it's about your perspective. Maybe you're not stuck, you're just scattered. Your heart's in your calling, but your eyes are everywhere else. And until your focus returns, your spirit will feel tired from running in circles instead of running in purpose. Here is a fully expanded version of key point 4 from stay in your lane delivered in a powerful and emotionally driven tone that matches the spiritual depth and motivational energy you're looking for. The truth is, peace lives where purpose is honored. And the moment you try to jump into a lane that wasn't meant for you, you invite chaos into your spirit. Because there's a difference between being busy and being aligned . You can spend your whole life moving, running, climbing, grinding, but if you're operating outside of your divine lane, all of that motion will feel like frustration. When you stay in your lane, peace becomes your portion. Not because everything around you is calm, but because you're calm inside . There's a confidence that comes when you know you are exactly where you're meant to be, doing exactly what you were born to do. You stop striving and start flowing. You stop trying to force outcomes and start trusting the process. You stop begging for validation and start walking in quiet authority. But the moment you drift into someone else's lane trying to copy their strategy, mimic their calling, follow their rhythm, you begin to feel friction in your soul. You lose your sense of clarity. You guess your next move. You look successful on the outside but feel unsettled on the inside. Why? Because you stepped out of alignment. And alignment isn't about results, it's about obedience . When you're obedient to your unique assignment, peace follows you. That doesn't mean you won't have storms. It means the storm won't shake what's already settled in your spirit. You can be in a season of delay and still have peace. You can be under pressure and still have peace. Because peace isn't the absence of problems, it's the presence of purpose. So many people are anxious because they're chasing a version of success that doesn't belong to them. They're trying to live out dreams that were never theirs to begin with. They're asking God to bless a direction He never called them to go. That's why it feels like the doors won't open. That's why the breakthrough seems delayed. Not because God is punishing you, but because He's redirecting you back to your lane. Your lane comes with peace. It may not be glamorous. It may not be loud. It may not get 1,000,000 views or applause from the crowd. But it comes with oil. It comes with grace. It comes with rest for your soul. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather walk in a quiet purpose than be loud in something that was never mine to carry. When you're in your lane, you're not just moving, you're moving well. You're not just producing, you're producing fruit . And fruit that comes from alignment lasts, it nourishes, it multiplies, it blesses people around you in ways you never even imagined. Because peace is contagious, and when you're walking in it, others can feel it even if they don't understand it. That's the power of staying in your lane. You don't just protect your purpose, you protect your peace. Absolutely. Here's a deep and emotionally intense expanded version of key point 5 from stay in your lane written in a motivating, faith-driven tone. There's a hidden power in mastering the lane you're already in. We live in a world obsessed with asterisk, more visibility, more influence, more achievement, more recognition. But chasing more without mastering asterisk, what you already have asterisk, is a recipe for emptiness. Staying in your lane doesn't mean you settle, it means you steward asterisk. And stewardship will take you further than striving ever could. You see, many people want to level up, but they haven't leveled deep. They want elevation without foundation. They want the platform without the process. But God isn't interested in how fast you can climb. He's interested in how deeply you can dig. Because promotion in the kingdom isn't based on popularity, it's based on faithfulness asterisk. When you commit to mastering your lane, you stop looking for shortcuts. You stop complaining about your position and start digging into your potential. You begin to sharpen your craft, polish your gift, refine your voice not for applause, but because you understand that what you've been given matters asterisk. Even if no one sees it, even if no one claps for it, even if it's hidden for now, your lane is not a placeholder. It's not a punishment. It's a platform for preparation. It's a sacred space where your character is formed. Your endurance is tested, your humility is built, and the more you pour into that space, the more God begins to unlock in you, because the reward doesn't come to the one who copies, it comes to the one who commits. We think we need a new position to be effective, but God is saying, I can use you right where you are if you just go all in. So many people are praying for new doors while neglecting the ones already open. But what if the blessing isn't in the next lane? What if it's in mastering this one? When you give your full heart to what you've been entrusted with, heaven pays attention. Excellence attracts expansion. And the lane that once felt small starts to stretch, because your faithfulness created more capacity. That's how God works. He watches how you handle the little things before he hands you greater things. Not to withhold from you, but to prepare you. So instead of chasing every opportunity, maybe it's time to dig deeper into your own. Instead of constantly pivoting, maybe it's time to plant grow where you're rooted, build where you're stationed, maximize where you're assigned. Because your lane, though it may seem ordinary, becomes extraordinary when you give it everything you've got. The world rewards noise, but God rewards depth. And when you master the lane he gave you, you won't just produce results, you'll produce legacy